Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Food Friday. I'm Samy Bee, and today I'm going to show you the best road trip snacks. Let's begin, but first, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Because it would mean the world to me. It would be a dream come true if you could hit that subscribe button. I have 11 Samy Bee family members to go for the bee colony to make my dreams come true. So if you could help me reach my dream, I will send my love to you. What do we start with? A road trip drink. PSL, but not just the pumpkin spice latte. The cold cream pumpkin cold brew. It is amazing. And if you haven't tried it yet, go to your nearest Starbucks. Is this sponsored? I highly doubt Starbucks sponsors anybody. These are amazing. This is a great way to start off your road trip. If you're going on a road trip this weekend and you're picking up your bestie, pick them up a drink from Starbucks. Whether it's something pumpkin-y, maybe if they're not super into those fancy drinks, get them a London Fog or an Earl Grey tea, something like that. So start off with a nice fancy drink with a little bit of caffeine, because that's what road trips are all about. But not too much caffeine. I hate having to pull over in tea, so I do not do coffee. I'll do like cream with coffee, but not like coffee cream. That made no sense. While we're on the drink topic, you never know where you're gonna end up, okay? And that means that you might end up sleeping in your car. It's happened many times. Little tiny energy drinks. You can store them in a little cooler or something to keep them cold. And I have these 2 little Red Bulls, which are great for road trips. I wouldn't suggest drinking coffee and these at the same time, but like I said, if it's late at night and you get to campsite and you're tired and it's been a long day, you know what? Crack one of these bad boys open, because you want to stay up late because you drove all that way, so you might as well enjoy it. Since it's a road trip, do not forget to hydrate, but you don't have to hydrate too much. Make sure you drink water. Right now I've been really into alkaline water. Don't ask me why, I just think it's fancy and that's why I like it. But you always have to stay hydrated, even if it's a sip like this. That's it, for like at least a while, because it is still very important to stay hydrated. But you don't have to chug one of these every hour, because you'll be pulling over every hour, and sometimes when you got time to make, yeah, you don't want to be pulling over. So grab yourself some water, or make sure you bring your favorite mug so that you can, you know, obviously reduce, reuse, recycle, use something like I said, your favorite Starbucks mug or whatever you have. I don't know about you, but when I'm on the road, sometimes I do crave something a little bit healthier, because you get snackish, and that is completely normal. But what I like to get are these little fruit trays. I actually got the bigger one, which is half pineapple and half strawberries. They are a little bit pricey, but it's great to share with people too. So if you're, like I said, with a friend or something, these are great to have. Plus they're fresh. They make your breath smell good. You don't want to be in a car with like tuna sandwiches. I just feel like that's a bad recipe. So why don't we do something nice and natural, like some fruit? So I would suggest maybe picking one of these up. And if you don't feel like picking one up, you can buy strawberries and you could buy a pineapple and cut it up and put it in a container and do it yourself. But when you're on the go, these are my grocery store go-tos. Another one of my grocery store go-tos, spinach dip. Now, I personally think I make the best spinach dip that I've ever tasted, but the grocery store spinach dip, if you find a good one, can be pretty good. And it comes with a lot of bread, so if you're going on a big road trip and you're really hungry, this is really filling. And it's great to share, because you can break the pieces of bread in half, because they're like, that's, you know, pretty big. You could break them in half. You don't have to worry about double dipping. So I think that this is a really good idea. Plus spinach dip is so good and so yummy, so pick up spinach dip. For those of you who may have a sweet tooth, cookies. I don't have a crazy sweet tooth. It's actually very specific, but I think these Chips Ahoy original cookies can't go wrong. So if you go with something kind of plain, like just a basic chocolate chip, I'm sure that everybody will love at least one of these cookies. So get a pack of these. Another great idea is to find the sales at the stores. And guess what? These were like $1.88, which is actually a very good price. So we got some mini Chips Ahoy. Little ones are great too if you don't want to make a crummy mess, because when you bite into big cookies, it can leave crumbs, and yeah, you don't want that in your house. In your house, in your car. I mean, unless your car's your house, which, hey, we've all been there, right? But these are also great. It's like a one in the mouth. You don't have to worry about crumbs or anything. So I got the rainbow one because that sounds really good. And then I got these normal basic chocolate chip. And I got more. So I actually have... I have 4 bags. Now, I'm not saying you should bring all 4, but what I am saying is when I see a good deal, I see a good deal. So that is what I plan on taking on my next road trip with my best friend. Well, another thing that they didn't have at the grocery store, they have the little pre-containers of chopped cheese with little sausage bites. I think those are really good for road trips as well. They're not too filling, but they're just the right amount, especially if you're someone who has like a savory tooth like I do. They're really good. So that is my tips and my little snack haul of what I prefer to bring on road trips. Another thing that is my favorite that I didn't get today is nachos and cheese. So the Tostito cheese, get one of those with a bag of Tostito chips. I prefer the whole wheat ones, but you can choose whatever kind you want, the round, the triangle, whatever floats your boat. That is actually one of my favorite road trip snacks. To me, it has a sentimental value. It is very special, but it tastes so good. And it is a little bit difficult when you are the driver, but you can always feed the driver chips, especially if you're close. So you could even put the cheese in your cup holder and then dip the chips in the cup holder and the cheese. It's great. Honestly, that is what I prefer to take on road trips. And if you're really feeling hungry, I would grab lunch before you go so that you're not starving on the trip and there's no road rage or anything like that, because we don't want to be hungry while we're driving. So what I prefer is usually a breakfast sandwich if we're leaving in the morning. So probably from Starbucks, I usually get their breakfast sandwich with the avocado spread. So good. And if it's lunchtime or something, I actually really like food. What am I talking about? Subway. Are you okay? I love Subway when I'm on the road. There's something about Subway in different towns and road trips that just makes it so fresh and exciting. I'm not really sure, but it definitely tastes a lot fresher than like going to McDonald's and getting a burger, but that's always a good option too. But I like Subway. It's really good. Especially if you don't eat all, if you get a foot long and then only eat half and then save the half for later. I know a lot of people who do that, and it actually is a really good idea, because then you don't have to like make a sandwich. They make it for you and then you save it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video on the best road trip snacks. I am so excited for my next trip. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow for Sim Saturday. Bye guys.